the Ohio man who we told you about not long ago, who got drunk and punched a black woman. There's an update. He's been sentenced now, but let's show you the video if we can. Andrew Walls calling her the N-word and punching her.
He's a cop, apparently.
Bitch, shut your mouth.
No.
I've never been drunk in my life. I've never been drunk in my life, Mayor, and so this is an honest question. Is this par for the course for anyone who has too much to drink, or just certain people?
I'm from the South. I'm from country, rural North Carolina, where old folk tell you alcohol, drunk lips are the words. Off the drunk lips come the words of a racist heart, and we just saw this. So this is only the behavior he wanted to display without the alcohol. Alcohol does not make you racist. You're racist in general. Alcohol just lowers your tolerance for how long you can protect yourself from saying what you truly wanted to say. This video was so disgusting. I am jailed is not where I think he should be, but I'll leave that to the justice system. I think this is a absolutely disgusting video. I have 7 sisters, and I could not have been her brother posting a video. Yep. I'd have been her guard dog trying to find him. So I'm glad I'm in North Carolina and he is in Ohio, because I wouldn't be talking to you right now.
Yeah.
About me.
And I'm not sure the punishment fits the crime here, because this person will get to resume their life and not really pay a consequence, because I don't even know if having this video on the internet forever is something, Mayor, that will preclude someone from just owning a home, going about their business, doing whatever they wish. 6 months in jail for Andrew Walls, 2 years probation for the attack. He was originally charged with 2 counts of assault and 1 count of possessing weapons, and he was fined pocket change, really, I'm sure, in a lot of corners, $250. It's also alleged that Walls served as the vice president of the Akron Canton chapter of the Proud Boys. So yeah, you're right again, Mayor. It's who he is. After being assaulted, Morgan, the young black woman, Morgan sought medical attention for a busted lip and bruising on her face, her lip split open. Walls then addressed the victim, Cameron Morgan, and her friend, saying, "Cameron and Sydney, I'd like to apologize for my actions that night and my choices. It's been an eye-opener for me about my alcohol problem and clearly an anger problem. And I've been taking steps to make sure that I don't end up in a situation like this again." I'm sure that his lawyer wrote this part, Mayor, because by not end up in a situation like this again, it's probably because he would probably carry out the crime a little more viciously, do it a different way, is probably what he meant to say. The victim had a statement in court too. Here's that. In the sentencing hearing, Morgan approached the bench to make her statement. She struggled to get the words out, saying the events of that night, though almost a year ago, have heavily impacted everything that happened in my life after that, she said. I just hope in the end of all of this, accountability will be took. I think nobody does something like that without intent. Now she added, I just hope there is justice. I'm a very open, non-judgmental person. I know people have issues and people go through things, but for somebody to act like that and just project such hate, I just think there has to be accountability. Mayor, not enough accountability here. That's what I think. This country came up with all kinds of laws to make sure certain segments of the population learn a tough lesson. Sometimes they just had a little bit, did a tiny bit, or maybe did nothing at all, but were accused. They went and they had to pay a debt to society that seemed disproportionate. If we started really criminalizing these racist, violent, vile acts the way they should be, not 6 months, then probation and $250, don't you think there would be changes?
I absolutely think there'd be changes. Listen, let's be clear though. I'm from North Carolina. I'll remind people again. I'm from a state where there were no prisons when slavery was when there was slavery. There were no prison, no jails in North Carolina. It wasn't until after Reconstruction that North Carolina Constitution insisted that the state started building prisons. And that was because we knew it was a way that you could repopulate slave plantations by selling people that you locked up, black people being locked up for being on the same side of the street, applying for work against white people. This history is not detached. His sentence is not detached from that history. 6 months, and he also had weapons, possession of weapons, and also, and if you read the statement that his attorney wrote, because we know he didn't, they left out the racist part. He didn't apologize for being racist. He didn't apologize for using racist. He apologized for being drunk and his anger. He didn't apologize for being a racist. So I'm telling you, there's no justice enacted in this. There's no justice gonna come from the 6 months where he'll probably stay in jail for a couple of weeks and go back home in 2 months, and his friends will lift him up and make him a hero, just like Rittenhouse.
Yeah, and God bless the victim in this case. She didn't ask for any of this. I am a judgmental person, particularly in cases like this. I am judgmental, so I'm not with her on that part. This person needs to be judged and judged harshly. This person, I believe, got a deal and a little sweetheart something or another, because everybody knows each other and everybody does a favor for even the most racist person in town who comes from a good family, I'm sure, okay, as he serves on the board of the Proud Boys in the local chapter. Mayor, what would you like to see him get? Illegally, I should add.
Yeah, so I beyond him, I think black people deserve, I know black people deserve the same kind of justice and reaction from America that other folk. I love how our Jewish brothers and sisters stand together when there's anti-Semitism in the media, in the world, and people reject it, ostracize those who espouse those views. I need that same type of stuff for black people. I need that same type. Donald Trump should be required to have a list as long as Kyrie Irving, because of he allowed Kanye West and Nick Fuentes to come to his house for Thanksgiving. I need that same type of hate when it's black, when it's against black, anti-blackness. We need to make sure that black people see justice in our vote.
I couldn't agree with you more. And it's far time for that to happen. And I too love it. I love to see a community band together and say, you're not gonna get away with this. We can't stop you from saying these horrific and anti-Semitic things, but we can double down and say, you're not gonna have any daylight between us, none here. So I agree with you, Mayor, I couldn't agree more.